Hello and welcome to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be taking another look at the Ranger class. And rather than look at the dual-wield build that I mentioned in my archery build, I think instead I'm going to look at making a strength-based, heavy weapon-using Ranger, which can actually be very, very effective within the game. So we're going to start off with background. I think something perhaps like Soldier would be quite good. Get the athletics proficiency, intimidation is okay. Move on to race. There are a couple of, well, there's one standout choice here, which is Shield Dwarf, because you get the +2 Constitution, which is important, and the +2 Strength. Let's go with the Male Dwarf for a change. We get the medium armor proficiency, we get advantage saving throws against poison, resistance to poison damage, we've got dark vision. I think we have less speed. I think 10 meters is what the other classes have. We've only got 7.5. But we're going to be taking a spell that's going to kind of mitigate that in combat. The other choice is, if you didn't want to play a dwarf for any reason, you could perhaps also look at something like Githyanki, where you get the strength +2. Maybe human is perhaps not a bad choice. But we're definitely going to be sticking with our shield dwarf here. We're going to go straight onto the class. We're going to select Ranger, obviously. In terms of favoured enemy, Ranger Knight on paper looks good, and for the full game it may well be the case, but for the early access there isn't actually a huge amount of heavy armor to choose from. In fact, I can't think of any off the top of my head, whereas there is some good medium armor which we're proficient in anyway. So I think probably what we're going to go with is Bounty Hunter for that investigation proficiency, and also we're going to take Ensnaring Strike, which will help with some of our attacks, so we are going to take that. And here's a good choice, because Beast Tamer, we can cast familiars, and the Raven familiar is going to be very useful here in getting us advantage in combat and mitigating some of the, one of the feats we're going to take at level 4, which is going to reduce our hit chance at the cost, but with the bonus of causing much more damage. So halving fire damage, sounds good. Possibly a strong choice, but I'm going to go for Beast Tamer just so I can get that Raven class going on the familiar there. So there we go. In terms of the skills, intelligence is going to be a bit of a dump stat for us, so get rid of anything that uses that. The perception, stealth, and survival is looking quite good already. Insight might be nice though, so I might get rid of the survival and put an insight in there. Otherwise, that looks good. Abilities, we're going to want. Let's take wisdom down. I'm going to take dexterity down to 14 because with the medium armor that we're going to have, it's going to give us a a bonus, dexterity bonus of +2 maximum. So having that is going to be useful. Going to make sure that we've got 16 strength, 16 constitution. The wisdom, we're going to let's take the wisdom down to 10. We're not going to really be casting many spells. Possibly the ensnaring strike, possibly a heal, but I think 10 should be okay, because I want to give charisma 12. Just again, we're going to be the face of the party. We're going to be doing a lot of conversation checks, and just being a bit more skilled in those is going to be useful. So there we go. That's creating the character, and when we come back, we're going to level them up to levels 2, 3, and 4. So here we're at level 2, and we get our fighting style in. There's two real choices here. The main one probably that we're going to want to take is defense, which is going to give us a +1 bonus to armor class while we're wearing armor, which is pretty nice. Even though we're a melee class, we have got fairly high dexterity. We're still going to make use of archery from time to time if we're too far from our target. So if you were to take the archery fighting style, I think that you could make an argument for that. I'm going to go with defense though. I'm going to look at our spells. We're definitely going to be taking Hunter's Mark. That's going to be, it's a bonus action. It does use a spell slot still, but we can reapply it when the enemy we've got it on dies. We can reapply it without using a spell slot, so that's kind of cool. And it gives us plus extra d6 of slashing damage on the target, so that's good. Speak with animals is a lot of fun within the game, but for the build we're going to take jump. And if we can cast this before we're in combat, it's going to massively improve our maneuverability. So we should see that next time we're in a combat situation. Okay, we're leveling up to level 3 now, and again there's a couple of good choices here for rangers. There's the Beastmaster, which gives you you get a companion you can summon, and you get a choice of 5. I think there's a wolf, a spider, a boar. I'm not sure of the others. But they can be useful. They can be fun as well if you're in for sort of a bit of fun roleplay within the class. But for sort of the optimal build, I think we're going to go with Hunter, because that gives us the choice of taking Colossus Slayer. And with this, we're going to be doing an extra D8 damage once per turn, which is pretty massive. Hordebreaker is quite nice as well because of targeting multiple people, but I'm going to go with the Colossus Slayer. We can take a spell here, and we're going to take... Speak with Animals again is quite tempting, but I'm going to take Ensnare, because with Ensnare, enemies cannot move. They take 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each turn if they can't break out of it. It lasts for 10 turns. Enemies can try and free them, and they also can't move, so it is a good spell. Going to accept that. And finally, here we are at level 4. So we're going to... We're not going to take the feat. It is quite tempting to bring our strength up to 18. But instead, we're going to go into the feats list. And we're going to take Great Weapon Master. Let's just read this. When an attack with a melee weapon, that's any melee weapon, scores a critical hit or kills a creature, you can make another melee weapon attack as a bonus action that turn. I mean, I think that's huge on its own. But when attacking with a heavy melee weapon, and we're going to try and get hold of one of those you're proficient with, attack rolls, they do take a -5 penalty. That's why we took the Raven, so we can give ourselves advantage on attacks when we need them. But the damage on each hit is increased by a flat 10. Not a d10, that's just a flat plus 10 damage on the attack. So that's pretty huge. And when we come back, we're going to see how that works out in a combat situation. Okay, so here we are in combat. We've aggroed the group who's trying to rob the ruins. See how this goes. We're soloing it. We've got our Raven companion though, so as a key part of this build, we're going to try and blind him. It's not a high chance, but we did manage it. Okay, that's our turn. We're taking a heavy hit or a couple already. 58% chance to hit. We're going to apply our Hunter's Mark. And we'll see how this goes. There we go. Got the kill. Quick thing to mention, we took the flaming sword from, the Fiend Commander who was on board the Nautiloid. We managed to kill him and take his sword, which is a pretty nice, take a look at it here. It's a pretty nice heavy two-handed weapon, which is the sort we wanted to use with this build. I also got Lae'zel to join just long enough to give me her Githyanki armor, which is the sort of good medium armor in the game. So we already got rid of one. Maybe we could just kind of try and get out of the way of any spells or abilities just by running behind this pillar. Our Raven's dead. We're going to reapply the hex on this guy. We have a 40% chance to hit. I might actually go in and turn off our Great Weapon Fighting. Let's move it up to 65. That seems like a better chance to hit. It's a miss. I'm going to use my bonus move to just take a healing potion here. Taking quite a lot of heat. Okay, let's get a heavy attack on this guy. That's enough for a kill. Because we got the, I think the Colossus Slayer plus the Hunter's Mark plus our big weapon damage. Okay, this guy's coming now. 75% chance to hit too. Well, let's put our... How much health does he have? 18. Let's put our Great Weapon Fighting back on. We're going to reapply the Hunter's Mark. It's 50% shot. Flip a coin. Let's do it. Critical miss. Alright, another 50. Come on. There we go. Instant kill. 24 plus 2 bonus damage. I think we're going to See, here's where we would get our bonus attack here. It appears just above the sort of reapplying the hunter's mark. So if we were to do that, we would get a bonus attack. It's okay for the time being. I'm going to... We probably could use it, because I used the jump spell before coming into this level. So let's actually just jump. Can we jump there? It says we can. There we go, we can jump all the way across there.
Not another step.
Have we got enough movement to get up there? Not really, so let's switch to our bow. 50% chance to hit. Oh no, we don't have the action for that, because it's I guess the bonus attack is on melee only. That's okay. We tried a shove, that failed. So here she is. We're going to reapply the hunter's mark. 40% chance to hit. I'm going to take the passive off again, just to improve that to 65. I mean, a hit should be fatal. She's only got 10 HP. We missed, however. Try to shove, another firebolt. Only did 1 damage. So we're going to... Let's just take the health potion. Right, let's do that again. Boom. There we go. 23 damage. So there you go. We managed to solo that entire group. It does affect the hit chance, that great weapon thing. I mean, it is toggleable is the good thing. So if you feel like your hit chance is just way too low on a particular attack you need to make, you can toggle it off, improve your hit chance. Unfortunately, the Raven died. If I'd been able to keep it alive, I could have resummoned it and tried to get the blinds going again to improve the hit chance. It did work that first time. But yeah, it's just a pretty strong character build. So thanks very much for watching. I hope that was useful. If it was, then please do hit the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel as well. And I hope to see you next time for more Baldur's Gate 3 Early Access builds. Bye for now.